Hi, welcome back to Isabella's place for another day of Atomfall. Let's go in. The jig's truly up for us. Transmission date 22nd October 1957. Transmission quality moderate to poor. Speaker unidentified. Transcription follows. Pains me to say it, old man, but we're goners. Quarantine and secure the area. We've really bought the farm on this one. I can't tell you we've got, and honestly, I can see how we're going to have to use the last of the ammunition. And I know you've no time for morning madness, heroics, but the garbles, no choice. Blue filth is everywhere. The jig's truly up for us. Do what you can from the outside. Cheerio, old friend. Hmm? Over here before we head down. Head down. This. This. Let's see what the phone says.
Oberon is close. Oberon must die. Die must, Oberon.
Tell me now, who is this?
I'm your only friend. I'm not your only friend. Now Oberon must die. Oberon must die now. Destroy the Windscale Plant. Destroy Oberon. If Oberon is dead, then the way out will open.
The voice on the telephone wants me to destroy Oberon. Find a way to destroy the Windscale plant. The voice on the telephone has told me to destroy the entire Windscale plant and Oberon within it. Let's head in. My weapon. Let's see what we can craft. Let's head in. Save. May do. Will we still have to go the same way? This way. Oh, I come out the wrong way. This I always get mixed up. I know a place where we could go. I won't die so much. Frank and his signal director. Temporary quarantine. 2 full days since the explosion is still no sign of an evacuation plan. We need a guarantee. We need that device Dr. G was developing. She called it a signal redirector and used it to remotely fiddle with our power cables. Frank Stevens helped make the device and might still be hiding out in robotics. Head down there and look for him, will you? I'm off to see why Emma's gone quiet on us, John. Silly. Let's save.
Robotics upper level, power at 50%. Frank Stevens. The lower floor has been sealed and the lab powered down, as instructed. Only a signal redirector device can be used to regain access, and I'm taking that secret with me. The plans for the device, the prototypes, I'm gonna bury them. There's a manor house in Skedamore. The soldiers will have cleared it out by now, so it's as good a spot as any. If anyone finds this message, hell, no one's getting back in here. Not once the quarantine is fully enacted. And if by some miracle you are listening to this, well, I am so sorry. The automated security will be powering up right about now.
Hey, resolve. Signal redirector plans were buried in Skidmore. I found an old recording in the robotics facility left by the engineer who made the signal redirector device. In it, they said they were taking the secrets of the device and burying them in the grounds of a manor house in Skidmore. That's... Memo for Dr. Stevens. Memo for Dr. Stevens. Frank, I've received the prototype signal redirector. It's perfect. Exactly to my design. I've already tested it out and it works a charm on our power networks. I'll be keeping this one as my own. No need to tell anyone. They'll only make a fuss about me routing power without the proper permissions. Diane Garrow, head of robotics. Let's see what skills we've got. Action resistant. No. Radiation. Oh, okay, I've got that one. Got that one. Resistance, bleed resistance. Locked inside weapons testing. Frank is threatening to seal the lower level, but Rosie is still down there. She locked herself inside weapons testing. I don't know what on God's earth possessed her, but she took the head office key too. I don't know if it was out of fear or shock or her ridiculous loyalty to Garrow, but please, Bill, you need to get her out. There are 3 security consoles you'll need to activate to rise the shutters. The lab's a death trap with those security measures active, so do it quickly and then come back to me, won't you? Bring Rosie and we might just find a way out of this mess.
Initiating tactical reposition. Intruder has evaded capture. Returning to patrol. Target has disengaged. Stripping down kill processes from active to standby. Investigating potential. Potential threat. Potential threats detected.
Save.
Target lost. Refining search. Special damage. Activation. Best guess. Investigating potential threats. Target lost.
further infringement from exclusion. Dr. Garrow, I find I must repeat myself for the fourth occasion. The safety criteria under which BARD operates are not polite suggestions. They are the law as if handed down on tablets of stone by Moses himself. Your contributions to the Oberon project have saved you to date, but be warned, you are one further infringement from exclusion. D. Lancaster, head of operations. Resolved, Dr. Holder wants Dr. Garrow released. Dr. Holder has told me his colleague Dr. Garrow is being held in a protocol prison in Skidmore. If I release her and then tell Holder where she is, he's promised to help me escape. She kinda did.
Initiating tactical reposition.
Pending the final results of the X-ray scatter analysis of Oberon, mining of the artifact has been halted. Preliminary analysis suggests a large cavity within the core of the artifact until further safety measures are in place. No action that might compromise the cavity will be taken. Save. Four. And around. We'll get that after. I think we no. I know what it is. Here. Save. Resume drilling. Rosie, run over to Oberon Control as soon as you can. Tell Glover we need to resume the drilling. Tell her it's on my authority. Wave this letter in her face if you have to. They're making a lot of fuss over nothing down there, and our production line will stall if we don't get those materials soon. Garrow. Excuse me. We've got everything we can get here. Let's head out. Oh. I think we can get it. Oh, let's see. Let's go back this way. Forget we can go out that way. This way. That you have to get your weapon out before save.
Don't go asking for trouble.
This one
Get
is
it.
dead.
As I said, there are several endings to this game. Some endings are easier than others. And this one, which one has the The core is turf. The torn off end of a note written in frantic handwriting. Eve to try old mine lift to get back. Might still be in operation. Remember, do not get spotted. Bard has no authority here. This is core's turf. Find the SING to back it back to the gate. Anytime you see electronics from now on, do pick them up because they'll be part of this new area we just came in. Since we're
The train now arriving at platform 2 terminates at this station. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
we're going to explore this way first. This way. No,
All trains towards Oxenholme are cancelled. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Go to Hogwarts. I'm sad now. This way. mysterious voice wants to meet me. Meet the mysterious voice in the train yard. While exploring the facility, one of the loudspeaker voices stopped their announcement and started speaking to me directly. They told me that the research base is dangerous and that I should come to the train yard on the other side of the quarantine wall. Okay, let's mark that. We'll head that way in just a second. We want to explore here first before we head to the train yard. Button. It's on the other side. I'll go wait. Excuse me. The way we came up. Maybe it's on the wrong side. Let's go here. Backpack. Body. That. John Steele, gunpoint. John Steele gunpoint. John Steele embarks on another thrilling adventure, this time tracking down a blackmailer in the frigid wilderness of Newfoundland. Racing against time to solve the mystery, Steele must deduce which of the crew of a remote radar station is guilty before a final thrilling confrontation with a deadly sniper hidden in the frozen wastes. This way. Head to the train yard. Let's see what this body has first. See what this
hoping to catch a train out, William. Alas, normal service has been interrupted. You should go back. That's my suggestion.
Who is this?
Don't you know? In that case, do not linger here. Oberon must die after all. Find the interchange. A forgotten place like this, not for the faint of heart. A terrible threat resides here. Nobody left to talk to. The end of the line. All change. All changed. Oberon must die. Remember that. Only the most capable should alight here.
Maybe this place is filled with crazies. Let's save. This way. I don't want to get Resolve. They call it. Oh, I already read that. No. Resolve. They called it a signal redirector. 8th March 1962. Leafing through these old papers hasn't turned up much, but there's a mention of some device that might get us through the wall. They called it a signal redirector. Not much to go on, but a few names: Garo and Windfall shipment. Bit more gin on this Windfall shipment. Says it was due to be sent through Skidmore in case of emergency. That'll be if we can get out of here, Sergeant Lytham. All is gone. All is gone. Hot wasn't the only one who'd called it. By the time we were ready to move, the others were showing the signs. Me too now. I know what's coming. This is stupid, ugly way to die. I'm sorry I can't keep my promise and get home safe, Maggie. I tried. John Lytham. See what we got. Electrocution grenade. Throwable explosive explodes on impact, creates an area of electrified water that deals damage and applies shock. Okay, let's save again. Go back down. Down here. This door. Down here. Kindly do your job, Mr. Grout. I do not wish to hear about your troubles with ordering paint or your tales of woe relating to how long this is all going to take. The crux of the matter is that every trace of Bard's former presence must be removed as soon as possible and repainted in accordance to the Corps signage and livery guide manual, and that has been issued. Kindly do your job. Sincerely, E. Rawlston. Later. This way. This way. Windfall's last contact. A barred document written in frantic handwriting. Situation: Windscale in flames. Whole zone in quarantine. Fled the main road to Stoffel Crag before soldiers closed it. Site Moriah sealed. Main gate requires power. Lie low and explore perimeter. Do not get spotted. Area under core authority. We need signal director to reroute gate power. I know Windfall has one. Windfall's last contact was Skidmore 38.0, 77.4. You'll need to. The end is tomorrow. I don't think this is another way out. Back this way. This way. Back up. That way. Let's head this way. This way. Power signals are all awry. I don't have what his orders are. Tell the sergeant that the gate to Moriah is sealed. The power signals are all awry, and that there's not a bloody thing I could do to reroute them. This technology is too advanced for me. We're trapped, all of us. The whole special detachment. They doomed us the moment they sent us into the zone. One by one, we'll all end up like Barnes. I still have nightmares about that.
someone's listening. Can't be. There's no one out there to listen anymore. I must be hearing things again.
You directed me here over the loudspeakers.
Did I? Actually, now you come to mention it, I do remember doing something like that. That seems like it was a long time ago. Ah, yes. There was some kind of terrible disaster, and then everything went quiet for a very long time. I haven't left this room since. It's actually quite nice in here.
You're in the train yard of a base test site, Moriah.
Ah, the research base. Yes, now I remember. The work, very important. Of course, it's all coming back to me now. How could I have forgotten? Windscale. We were preparing to evacuate, and then we went into quarantine, I think. The entire facility, if I recall correctly. Which then begs the obvious question. Who are you? And how did you get inside?
I found a way through the perimeter wall.
And the site is compromised already. That adds an increased urgency to our situation. I suppose who you are hardly matters. The truth is you're here. You appear uncontaminated, and I need your help. My name is Dr. Alexander Keene. I was a scientist working for CORE, the organization running this research base. As you probably noticed, the facility has suffered a catastrophic containment failure, and now the rest of the staff are either missing, dead, or contaminated, and consequently of no help whatsoever to me. After the disaster, the entire facility went into full emergency lockdown, including this room. So you'll have to forgive my slight confusion. You're the first person I've spoken to for a very long time.
What disaster happened here?
A similar story to the catastrophe at Windscale, I'd imagine. There was a highly classified research project being conducted here. A project that ran dangerously out of control. It was difficult to ascertain any real details about the project, even for someone with my clearance. All I had managed to discover was that they had created a new substance called the Red Strain. When the Windscale disaster happened, this red strain broke loose, contaminating the entire site. It is virulent, dangerously psychoactive, and as you may have already seen, capable of transforming otherwise normal people into howling, rage-driven monsters. Don't worry, I'm confident I can put a stop to this madness. I just need to find a way to get out of here so I can put my plan into action. Unfortunately, this door needs administrative permissions from the command center to unlock it. That's where you come in.
How do I open it?
There's a team of scientists at the base called the Processing Department who were brought together to assist me in my research. Indeed, I think it's fair to say that I made them all what they are today. Each has their own admin permission. We'll need 4 of those unique codes to unlock this door. I have no idea where you might find my former colleagues, but the command center would seem a logical place to start your search. You'll need to retrieve at least 4 of my former colleagues and bring them to the command center so that they can personally release the logs. They may not all come willingly, but I'm sure you'll find a way to persuade them, scrappy improviser that you are. I have limited access to the loudspeaker system from here, so I'll try to guide you where I can. Good luck, and I suggest you keep a safe distance from anyone else you encounter. You're no use to either of us dead, or worse.
Dr. Keene is trapped in the train yard. I spoke to Dr. Alexander Keene, a core scientist who has been trapped in a locked room in the train yard for the last 5 years. He told me that the door is locked behind him for permission codes. He asked me to find 4 of the head scientists at the base known as the Processing Department and take them to the command center to provide the relevant permissions to unlock the door and free him. Let's mark that. Well, how can anything be worse than dead? I don't think I want to be. Stand up.
inside the walls, this is a novelty. You'll find the locals rather unfriendly, sad to say. After all, you are digging deeply into matters left long undisturbed. Be cautious here. Science delayed may become science depraved.
Let's go this way. Let's save. And this way. I'll lift. I don't think I can go there yet. This way, this way. And up. Up. This way.
Yes, for the umpteenth time, I consent, you great steaming metallic blockhead. Hello? You? I wasn't talking to you, I don't know you. Who or what are you?
You're alive?
Alive? I suppose so. I think, therefore I am. I think. Do you think? You should if you want to, be. I recommend it. But I'm awake. That wasn't the plan. So, to recap, I'm awake, I'm in a cupboard, I'm with some stranger who doesn't seem to know what they're about, all of which reminds me of the house party I once attended. I wasn't bobbing around like an onion in a pickling jar on that occasion, thankfully. Why am I here? Why are you here? Who are you?
I found my way into this facility.
That's not possible, is it? There are security units and guards and very angry dogs, at least there were. Oh dear, I'm all in a muddle. All in a muddle and stuck in a puddle. A cupboard, not a puddle, although it is a little damp in here.
Brain in a jar. While exploring the command center of test site Moriah, I found a human brain in a canister. I woke it from some sort of hibernation. It appears to be scattered and confused, but alive.
Dr. Gillian who? Oh, wait, that's me. Dr. Gillian Spender. That's who I am in all probability. So, who might you be? Or have we done that already?
How does a brain in a jar exist?
If you are surprised at the jar, then yes. It is remarkable technology, isn't it? As for the brain, well, we all have them by and large. Mine is much like yours. Better, I suspect, but undeniably similar, though it does appear to be a little patchy. Oh, science. We used to do that, I think. Lots of it. Very advanced stuff. The project. You know, I don't think we finished it. And... oh, the contamination. It got out.
What exactly is this contamination you're talking about?
They called it the red strain. Science is super, but it can go on like Moriah at times. Terribly dangerous. It's rage in purest form, or so someone told me once. But then there was an explosion, and everyone panicked. We all panicked. The red strain got loose. Feels like it only just happened. Processing. The diagnostical thingamy in my jar tells me I've spent 5 years in hibernation. Here as damn it. 5 years. Flash by in a blink. Seems it's all mothballed now, this place. No more science here.
Can you unlock it again?
Unlock it? That would require permission level 1, you know. Oh, you don't know. Well, it does. Oh, but here I am, Director of Operations. I was terribly important. Still am, I suppose. Certainly. I have at least some of the relevant permissions now. Well, better get to it. Systems to monitor, diagnostics to run. Off we go.
Permission level 1 granted. Lockdown controls are now accessible.
You wouldn't mind raising the blinds, would you?
Ballsy.
Site status changed to partial lockdown.
Oh, there it is. Isn't it marvelous? I provided the cognitive bandwidth required to reach permission level 1. You're very welcome. That means you can access one of the sectors of the site. The controls are just over there.
What are my options?
Well, there's the Synaptics laboratory. We were made in Synaptics, or at least the technology for us was developed. That and the other robot gymcrackery. Then there's flight engineering. All sorts of work for the project went on in flight engineering. Special tools, control systems, and a great deal more that I don't seem to be able to remember. And finally, organics. The organics laboratory was where they worked on the red strain. I don't know much about that because they didn't want us to. All top secret over there, even from us. I'd give you an 85% chance of ending up dead or contaminated if you go there. Perhaps as high as 87%?
Use the controls in the command center to choose one of the site's 3 facilities to unlock. Having plugged the brain of Jillian Spender into the command center console, she has raised the site security status to permission level 1. She told me that permission level 1 will allow me to unlock and access one of the 3 major facilities in the site. The controls to choose which facility to unlock are in the command center. Should I really be exploring more of this place?
You can go wherever you like, of course. But look, wherever you choose to wander, you may find some of my colleagues in hibernation, much as you found me. Now that I'm here, it's clear to me that I was but one seat at the table, or so to speak. Yes, we were the processing department, or the boffins, as we were dubbed, with thudding inevitability. Since it's been 5 years, I really should discuss the situation with them, assuming that they survived, that is. It's my hope that my cognitive function will be greatly enhanced with more of my colleagues here. The interneural network will allow us to revive more of the site, too.
Command center requires a processing department. Search Stallfeld Craig for leads to the members of the processing department and return them to the command center. I plugged the living brain of a scientist, Dr. Gillian Spender, into a console in the command center, and she began to lift the lockdown on test site Moriah. She says she was part of the processing department of a group of scientists who used to run things at the site. She told me that her colleagues from this processing department are likely in hibernation and scattered across the site, and that returning them to the command center might help to revive the test site further. You don't know where your colleagues are?
Oddly enough, no. I've been in a cupboard. Oh, but wait. I can make a guess that Dr. Hartnell may well be in Synaptics. He hated working there, and I just let cruel fate has left him there for 5 years.
I spoke to a survivor, Dr. King. Just 1 second. Unlike the search synopsis for Dr. Hartnell, I asked Dr. Spender if she knew where any of her colleagues from the processing department were. She told me that one of them, Dr. Hartnell, used to work in Synopsis, so he might have ended up there.
Keen? You spoke to him? Oh no, that is unexpected. Listen to me, Dr. Keen isn't to be trusted. You should leave him be. I shall not discuss him.
What is this red growth that's spread everywhere?
That stuff? Not entirely sure. Not our section. And one is told endlessly not to ask about the business of other sections. I overheard it being called the Red Strain, and think it was some sort of experimental mutation of the blue growth associated with Oberon. Intended as a counter to it, perhaps. That's the limit of what I know. Or what I remember, at least.
Over here. This unlocks.
Access granted to.
Permission level 1 gave me access to the facility lockdown controls in the command center. I used them to lock one of the facilities.
Strange how things are so much as they were. Everyone's dead or contaminated, of course, but that aside.
I do. I should be going. Access to the elevator. Save. Let's head out. The brains in charge of the site. The brain I found at the command center turned out to belong to Dr. Gillian Spender, one of the scientists who oversaw the test site operations. She has told me that there are others like her, and that the group was called the Processing Department. She suggested that her cognitive function would be greatly enhanced if the rest of her colleagues from the department were returned to the command center.
Target spotted.
Other words, great. is absolutely forbidden. Dr. Garrow's interest in the business of this site absolutely emphatically not. She is not to be issued a pass. She is not to be given access to our records, and she is absolutely forbidden from even learning of the existence of Unit 45. Garrow is enough of a thorn in the side of the Windscale site. We do not need her bringing her brand of self-interested interference here, Jennings. Uh-huh. Let's go here. Let's save. Let's save again. Let's go back to this door. Go right in here. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Saturday and Saturday night. I hope y'all sleep well tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow sometime for another round of Atomfall, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you again, everyone. Let's save right quick. Hope everyone has a blessed night. See you tomorrow.